This video is about pages 72 and 73. This is page 72. As you can see, there are two texts, and on the left of each text there is a letter A, next to that article, and also next to an email there is also a letter A. So that means that these are texts A and they work together. Something similar happens on page 73. So there is a letter B next to the texts and they're called texts B, and that's because they work together. So this is the thing. I'm going to read these different groups of texts, and based on each group of texts, you are supposed to answer 4 different questions. So separately, like for texts A, you answer the 4 questions, and also for texts B, you answer the 4 questions. So the first question says, what are the texts about? Like, what are texts A about and what are texts B about? Number 2, who are the people involved in texts A and also in texts B? Where does the leisure activity take place? The leisure activity of texts A and, And 4, how are the 2 texts related? I mean, the 2 texts A and also the 2 texts B. So let me read the texts, pay attention, follow the reading. If you want, read along with me, like read aloud with me at home. Pay attention to my pronunciation, intonation, focus your attention on the texts. Okay, let's enjoy this reading. So this is the first article and it says Norway's coolest movie theater. Let's start reading. The movie theater in the Norwegian town of Kautokeino is somewhat out of the ordinary. Not only is it entirely made out of snow, it is a drive-in for snowmobiles. Kautokeino is mainly populated with Samis, who are Norway's indigenous people. Many of them are reindeer farmers. While they traditionally herded their reindeer using cross-country skis, the snowmobile is now an indispensable mode of transport for them. We want to give audiences the chance to drive down from the mountains into an outdoor movie theater, says Ms. Otzi, the leader of Kautokeino Sami Film Festival. Snowmobile riders are shown documentaries, short films, and feature-length movies. Anyone who wants to enjoy 2 hours under the stars in the high Arctic north of Norway needs to dress warmly. Temperatures here rarely rise above freezing. In the words of audience member Per Eva Jansen, this is fantastic. You have a full moon, the very special Arctic light, and you can hardly see where the cinema ends and the Arctic wilderness begins. And this is the mail, also part of texts A. Hi Nuka, I think you should submit your documentary film to the Sami Film Festival. It's a great opportunity to promote films such as yours that feature indigenous cultures. The festival website has an online submission form. www.samifilmfestival.com. You'll need to include title of film, director, producer, running time, country, language, year of production, and a short synopsis. The deadline is March 1st. Good luck and warmest wishes, Lindsay. And now, let's read texts B. So the article on page 73, is called Far Off Course, Golf Becomes Adventure Sport. I would like to mention that course means a golf field, all right? So the huge grass place where people play golf, it's called a course. So let's start reading. Cross golf, which takes its name partially from cross country, is also known as urban golf or X-golf and turbo golf. In this version of golf, players choose the most unusual setting in which to try to get the ball into an improvised predetermined hole. It can be played everywhere, through cities, from rooftops, and across vacant lots. The game originated in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, and has become popular in Asia. The roots of European cross golf go back to Hamburg 10 years ago, when Thorsten Schilling, traveling as a television producer, played golf in hotel corridors at night. Schilling founded the cross golf group known as Natural Born Golfers and has now quit his day job to run it. During their last tournament, Thorsten Schilling and his team built a mock living room complete with couch, lamp, television, and table. After setting it adrift on a river, they stood on a boat and took turns trying to hit a golf ball through the television. In cross golf, there are no rules other than to have fun. Around the world, thousands are heading out into the urban wild, carrying golf clubs, but otherwise free of any sense of golfing tradition. For cross golfers, freedom means not having to pay green fees. At the end of the page, there is this letter, and let me read it for you too. Dear Mr. Sang, thank you for your letter offering us the opportunity to sponsor the cross golf tournament that you're organizing in Jaipur, India. As a manufacturer of traditional golfing equipment, our company currently sponsors both well-known professional golfers and several major classic tournaments. While we support all efforts to promote the sport of golf to a wider public, we hope you will understand that sponsoring a cross-golf competition is not compatible with our role in the golfing community. Sincerely, Stanley Baker Johnston III, Premier Swing Limited, producing the finest in golfing equipment since 1877. Alright, based on those two groups of texts, answer the 4 questions. Alright, do your best, and see you next time.